after watching this movie, I realized that I don't know if I ever really stepped in a Toys R Us when I was younger. Maybe once or twice. I mean, it was mostly like Walmart or Shopko or Kmart. But Toys R Us, not really. So, not really a staple of my childhood. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Roofman. What's about pretty simple premise. We were in 2002, 2004 era, and Channing Tatum's on the run. He escaped jail, and now he's hiding at Toys R Us. But now he finds a love interest in Kirsten Dunst, and will he stay with her, or try to stay with her, go to Venezuela, or get caught and in prison yet again? So, did I like this film? I thought it was a cute film overall. I think it was acted very well. It's a very calm, cool, and collective movie. And it's probably when I'm thinking about movies I watch and about, escaping jail, finding love, and being a true story movie, this is probably the calmest collective movie I have ever seen. That doesn't mean there's some pacing issues with this movie and just the overall, I'd say I'm going to call it a weak script, but just trying to fill in the gaps with some of these story elements. So positives. Channing Tatum, Kirsten Dunst, they both do a great job in this movie playing Roofman and Leah. Or was it Leah? It's Leigh. It's Lee. Lee. Yeah, I'm an idiot. What do you want to say? I'm an idiot. Anyway, Channing Tatum, fantastic job. Kirsten Dunst, good job. Peter Dinklage is a good job. You have like Ben Mendelsohn is in this movie. You're like, oh, wait a minute. You're in this, and other characters, you're like, oh, like LaKeith Stanfield. Great job in this movie as well. The story itself, it truly is like Channing Tatum and LaKeith Stanfield were in the army together, and they are both out. One is they're both kind of doing shady stuff, but Channing Tatum is really trying to get ahead and be good for his daughter, his wife, that's probably his ex-wife at the point, and his twin sons. But of course, he gets caught, goes to jail, escapes jail, and living in Toys R Us for about 6 months. And you know why? Because he's got to wait for a passport and other things that are occurring at this time period. And while he's doing that, he's going to church. He is actually, taking toys to the church, meets Kirsten Dunst's character, falls in love with her two daughters as well. And it's a sweet story. It's a calm story. But I think that second act kind of hinders this movie because the first act of like him with his original family, him getting caught, him in jail, him escaping jail, him before meeting Kirsten Dunst is a good time. I'm not saying that the Kirsten Dunst and Channing Tatum parts are bad, but you do feel laws in the story of like, where's it going to go? What's the point? What is this 6-month time span of what are we supposed to get out of it? And what we're supposed to get out of it is Channing Tatum's character is just a good guy and he's trying to do the right things. But he realizes the cage is just squeezing in on him and he knows he can't do this forever. The truth is going to come out. Then you have the end, which is kind of the get rid of evidence and try to run away with the money. What's he going to do? If this is truly how it played out, I don't know, like, with everything he has done, if this movie is true, like 100% true, that he would have stayed. Or why he stayed. I just don't know. Like, you had a opening to, no joke, go to Venezuela and be gone forever. But you wanted to say goodbye. I mean, at one point, like, if the stuff that happened in Toys R Us, like, the robbery was true and that those events did occur, at a point, you realize you fucked. You fucked, and it's time to, like, skedaddle, skadoodle. Why it's rated R? It's a very low-key rated R film with very minimal language, very minimal sexual content, and that's about it. The violence is also, I wouldn't even call it minimal. It'd be rated R, for my opinion, is like mild violence and something that happened in the Toys R Us scene. But yeah, I do think it's a cute film. It's a calm film. It does what it's supposed to do. It takes a true story, which stay for the credits because they interviewed the true people, the truck driver, Lee himself, one of the people that he put in a freezer for McDonald's, like, and other people as well, the pastor from the church. So you're like, oh, these are, and the things that did occur, the dentist from the dentist office, like, you're like, oh. And I think that makes it kind of that wall of, like, I understand the director probably didn't want to Hollywoodize this movie too much, and which is fine, but it makes a calming experience. Did it need to be 2 hours and 10 minutes? I don't think so, but I think Roofman is worth a watch. But be forewarned, you might look at your clock 1 or 2 times during the movie. So Roofman will receive a 3.5 out of 5 with Futons, which equals at 70%. So see the critics and user scores gave this one. So you have critics at 83% with 40 of them. Critic consensus, there's none skis for the critic consensus. So we have my 70 and the 83. Chase like here, the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of these Futontopia. You Blue Futonians, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I can watch this today, tomorrow, week, from a month, a year. If not, obviously go freaking one of you. Peace and love, peace and love. And would you go through the roof? Would you go under? Or just through the window? Let me know down below.